Hello everyone and welcome back to Out of War. I'm your host JC, and there's been some talk in the channel about whether to run this out and have storage out here and then have it split off. My only issue with doing that is I have 8 generators here, so I'd have to somehow split this into 4 different sections to have it work that way and then have those two feed in. I also am worried though that at some point, like let's say there's this one's feeding those two. If this thing fills up with coal, is it not going to spill over back here anyway? Because like right now, if the way I had it, if it were to fill up, it's going to spill. And so that's the reason why I did it this way. I'll just grab and put the stuff in. So with that being said, if anybody actually knows the answer to that, please let me know in the comments. Alright, we got the fuel truck over here. I don't remember if I filled it up or not. I did not. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this thing forward. We're going to go a little bit more than normal because I want to make sure and fit it inside the hopper. Hop out real quick. I'm going to fill this thing up. And then we're going to continue digging. I should just have to go right about there. And then we'll hop into this vehicle and we can refuel. Go ahead and reset this and start her up. Now we'll definitely have enough fuel to get to the other end. And yes, it looks like it's missing, but if you look inside the hopper itself, it is landing in the hopper, so it's just not much of a cut right this second because we're out on the outer edge of it. But it's falling in there. I'm gonna probably put a poll out pretty soon. I want to know what you guys think, if we should continue digging on this one or maybe start a new map, because we're getting down to the spot where it's like it's going to be very, very repetitive. I mean, I know we've had a lot of this bagger digging already. I'm not going to go out and cut a bunch of trees down and have that on film because it's just so slow. I made my parking garage. I guess I could finish building the roof for that too. I mean, we had the building to paint, the roof to paint over there. We're going to be running up to some solid rock here pretty soon. I don't know how deep that's going to go or how wide it's going to make it. And unless I want to start making roads or something and being able to go to other places, it's going to be getting pretty close to finishing off this map, I think. What are you guys' thoughts? Go ahead and leave them in the comments, and I will definitely read them all and then make a decision on where to go or what to do. I actually thought about buying the 695 bagger because we have enough money for that. However, I kind of want to save that for the winter map, because I think I can do a really, really big pit mine in the winter map using the bagger and be able to do it solo. And since I currently have, let's see, if we go to here, go to bank, we currently have 300 million in the company funds. So we wouldn't have to worry about money if we go to a new map. I don't think I'll use that much though. I might start off with like, I don't know, 5 million maybe. It's hard to say. 5 million's a lot actually too. Maybe I'd start off with 1 million on a hardcore map and then have to work my way back up. Because right off the bat we're going to spend what, 25,000 getting the fast pickaxe, shovel, and hammer, and then some sort of front end loader. And if I only have 1 million, we can't get the good one that I would want, because I'd want to have the 2335, which would be this one here. But for 1 million, we could get, I guess the L10 would be the next best one that we could get for being able to make a plant too. I guess we could make one where we just start digging at an angle down into the ground, so it makes it like a complete underground mine. Like, I don't know, Scandinavia maybe. That'd be a good one. However, I think if I'm doing that, I probably am going to do outside wind turbines somehow. Like, I think everybody saw the little circle or square out thing I had in the middle of my line over there. That was strictly for being able to put another wind turbine onto. So, I mean, I could do something like that on a long, long line um, and make it work, I think. So I could just have lots of power out and then not have to worry about it. And then if I wanted to go underground and have, a mile of conveyors underground to come out to the plant, we could do that. Have like a little truck we drive back and forth with and just work underground the entire time. Going down at a really steep angle, well, steep as we can make it. And still maneuver. And just replace the hopper once in a while. Maybe the next season I'll make it a bagger free. I don't know, people seem to like the bagger though. I'm getting a lot of views from that. You get people using this, so I don't know. I'm kind of at a catch-22 in a way. Because if I keep doing this, it's really repetitive, but if I try to do something else, it doesn't get as many views. And I do like, people watching it and enjoying it, so. I still like that sound. I don't know why. Unfortunately, my fuel truck, unless I respawn it, is kind of stuck there for right now, too. I guess I could kind of drive it around the hill over there and then back up, but it definitely can't go up this cut that we have going on here. I think the best bet would probably be to take it out that way and then drive it back around to the back of the building. See how much Baja we can do with it. I did when I brought it in here, drove it over the ramp right here, the cut. Almost flipped it over. That's getting pretty close. I think I can go ahead and move forward. A little bit of a spot there we're not going to hit, but that's okay. It's not that much. And we're over the edge there, so it's all still going in. We'll get another hopper here in front, move the fuel truck, and then I'm going to do a really deep, probably like 3-block cut, maybe 3.5 blocks. And then I'll have some time to paint one of these walls over here, since it's like partially finished. you think I should make catwalks inside the building? And if so, what color should we paint them? I'm thinking painting them all yellow. Like maybe the... Oh, what is that one called? One second, I'm sorry. I can't think of it. It's the bottom right one. Fire yellow? Yeah, yellow fire. Because I think these ones kind of look kind of pastel-ish color in a way. Oh, I just saw a little bit of coal go through. Or something. Ah, blasted rock. We're hitting the edge of it already. Which means we might have some copper in our coffers today. They also told me that running the way I have it set up, where I have 2 on pass-through and 1 that is not on pass-through, that the 1 would fill up and then I just start losing material from the other 2 because it's not going to back up and fill up. Which was the whole reason of having it that way. So I may have to figure something else out for, like if we do like an hour-long episode, or we do a stream like we did before where we're cutting it for a long time, those things could back up and fill up really quickly. So far, most of the stuff that we've done has been a short enough time frame that, and of course we're not using the 695 too, that it's not filling up. I mean, technically speaking, I could just, fill up a hopper here and just let it continue to just add hoppers after hopper after hopper without any conveyors to it, and then come back and move the stuff later on, but that would be such a pain in the butt. So once we get over here a little bit further, I'll hop out, put in a new conveyor belt or new hopper. Actually, I'll move the truck first, see if this thing will empty out before I get to that. If it empties out, then I'll just put in a couple more conveyors and move forward. Now, somebody asked me in the comments how the conveyor is working without having power connected to it. I mean, and it does have power connected to it, just not the way it normally would. Let me finish this cut. I'm going to run over here real quick with the truck anyway so I can show you. So everything that's over here, whether it be this hopper, these conveyors, or if we come over here, all the way down here, this conveyor line, it all goes back up there and goes inside the plant. And then inside the plant, the coal lines that have, man, this is rough over here. I should put those big tires on here. The coal line comes out here to a storage container, and it was going, well, it's steep. Well, let's just launch it. Well, as best we can. Hey, made it. So these are all connected to these power generators over here, and these power generators are connected to that conveyor and those blue water lines that run up inside the plant. So everything that's connected to the conveyors, the hoppers, the generators, the water lines, all the entire plant inside is all connected to one section, and we have a lot of power. Currently I only have 4 of the generators turned on, but we have the ability to have all 8 turned on, and it is worth 4,200 times 8. So 32, 33, 33,600, right? I think. And then we also have this one here, which is another 1,800. So 35,200 power with 8 generators that are over here. And as you can see, if I can run over here and look real quick, that those power inputs right there are powering each one of those water pumps, Each one of those is connected to a single generator, and each one of those is 4200. And as you see, 1, 2, 3, 4 running, 4 behind. So currently, on this particular setup right now, we got 16,800 down there and 1,800 up here, so 19,600 power. And if I look at this conveyor, we're only running at 15,275 with all of it connected. But it all comes into here, and with these coal lines that go down right here, it goes back down to the generator area and fills the generators back up too. Well, I have to do it manually now because I changed it up, but everything's connected to those blue lines, the water lines, and the coal lines going back. I hope that solved why you couldn't see a power input connected over here. See how close we are here. Oh, it's 150,000. Let's put another one on the end in there. Alright, we'll do that. We'll jump back in here. We'll move it forward. Let's see. I want to go... Let's see. 3.5 would be... Like right there's 2. So let's go right to about there. And we'll just do one really big cut deep. And that should put it like right in the middle of the spindle or just past the spindle when we get center in the front of the machine. I probably could have gone a little further. That's probably like right at 3. There we go. That's like 3.5. And by the time we get to the front, oh yeah, good. We're working that overload too. That's good. I like that. For some reason though, it's digging down a little deeper than normal, I think. I keep seeing it bounce a little bit, which is weird from a left to right cut because usually it doesn't bounce for that. But hopefully we can just keep going like this and it'll keep it up there pretty high in the overload. We'll have lots of time to do some painting and talk about how I want to do the parking roof structure, because I think what I want to do is I want to put in the steel blocks as supports and then maybe go up like 5 high and put some sort of ceiling. I think 5 high would be enough, because the only thing that won't drive in there will be this bagger. Everything else should fit no problem. But I think 5 blocks, maybe 6 blocks high, and then put like a ceiling on there and paint that a different color than the asphalt or the building itself. Look at that! Look at all that blasted rock coming through there. I like it. And then you see we're past the spindle, no problem. It's still digging in. The only thing is we're gonna have a little bump right there where the last cut didn't get, you know. Hey, look at that! It's like 3/4 of a cut. That's like 3.5, 3 3/4 blocks maybe. I mean, yeah, it might even be close to 4. But there'll be a lot of material in there this time. And as you can see, we're getting a bunch of blasted rock in there. It keeps turning gray inside the little hopper thing there. So that's good. And we haven't even got to the full cut part of it yet, because it's going to keep getting bigger and bigger. Finally, we get some copper coming in. We don't need a lot. We just need a little bit. We've been sitting on like 200 bars for, I don't know, 10, 15 episodes. Well, since we cut that part up there, that's the only copper we have in is what we got from up there on the last blasted rock. This thing is pretty square, I think. I have to zoom in here to make sure, but yeah, it's going pretty straight. Okay. So I think if we get up there, we can paint all the top parts, and then the inside part can be done from the ground. Yeah, I just saw a little wobble there too where it jumped. I don't know if that's because it's blasted rock that I'm cutting through or what. I actually hadn't seen that before. least not when I'm on flanks. When I'm on the ground, it follows around like that a lot. It is good to know that a lot of you guys actually play the game too and are fans of watching. Because, I mean, I'm one too. I've watched Split in Two, I've watched Hugs, I've watched Quad Thumb, I've watched Kerbo. So, I mean, I've watched a lot of these guys and their channels also. Yeah, we got 500,000. That's going to take a little bit, so we'll run up here. I put in some stairs here so that we can get up without having to jump and look really ridiculous every time we do it. It just goes up and over the conveyors here. And then I believe if we come in here that we can get all that from this little catwalk. So let's go with this one. And we can just, the hard part's going to be getting the very top. There we go. What I don't want to do is I don't want to get up there and get too high where it starts getting into the green and have to go back up and redo that. Come on. There we go. And then once we get all this done, we can move around and do the bottom part or go to the other wall. Obviously I'm going to have a little issues with that wall over there because of all the stuff I have to go around. Yeah, I know, I just jumped over the wall, or the gap. I actually thought about making a stairway up right here that goes across and comes back down. I wasn't sure how it would look yet, so I haven't done it. Maybe that's something I'll work on. So what do you guys think about making these catwalks though, like a yellow, fire yellow, and then same with the railings too? So I think if I do this correctly, if I come over here, this is two blocks tall, I think. Let's see here. Let's grab this and put this right here for a second so I can just see one. Yeah, I believe it's too tall. Yeah, okay. So now that I know that, if I come back 2 blocks, so I knock this out, this out, this out, this out, and this out. Oh, perfect, because there's the thing right there. So inventory, come and grab these, and we'll go this way. I want to go that way off of this block. There we go. Something like this, and then have a flat across here. So it goes like this. And then some railings to make it look complete. And then over here we'll have to jump down real quick. Come back 2 blocks and do the same thing. Okay, so put this up here. Number 7. The only thing that bugs me is it might be going through the wall. So let me run outside and look real quick. Because if it's going through the wall, no. I don't see anything sticking through, so I think that'll be okay. Now we have, oops, I wanted to do this. Now we have something we don't have to jump over every time. Yeah, I like it. Alright, let's get back up here on the railing so we can reach without having to fight with it. I could have checkerboarded it too. I could have done like white, red, white, red. Something like that. I mean, I don't know how well that would look from a distance, but something we could have done. And if I look over here, yep, the material's still coming through. And I see the tailings are being sold off, so that blasted rock is coming through too. I'm not sure if I bought enough white paint either. Might have to buy more. Okay, so if we just stop, yeah, we'll keep going a little further. So stop about halfway and come back through and do the bottom part. Which right here is halfway, so somewhere right in here. Okay, so we come up under here. All of that should be done. I didn't want to paint that, dang it. Like this section can't be painted from the outside because there's no catwalk out there. The top part could have been done, but not this part. We'll have like, I don't know, 3/4 of the plant done now. While we wait for that material to come through. Still going, yep, okay. I'll just keep looking over there once in a while and checking. Like, I wish that there was a way to run like a 4-way plant system, but I don't think that it would work for connecting everything back to number 1, power, and number 2, getting the coal back in without having to run like the 2 outside plants separate. So if I made this wider and put another plant here and another plant on the other side, how am I going to connect it in to work over here without using like a chute system or something, which I really don't want to do for the coal. And then I still have to get water to the froth floater, and also, what the heck is this? I did not do this. I think I know who did. And I believe I'm going to change this back to the things here. So number 7. Can the doors be painted too? And if so, what color should I paint those? Should I paint them the same as the roof trim? So it looks something same. Do I have anywhere? I have 1 forest green left. Let's put this down here. Switch that out real quick. Let's see what it looks like. We can always change it later. I mean, it's not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. May do something different. We'll see. See what it looks like when I go out here real quick. Because I got the green trim above that door too. I mean, yeah, I don't think it looks too bad. Obviously, that's going to all come out too. Okay, I can live with that. So I'm going to have to go do those from the outside though. Alright, so this wall is all done, which means these planks on this side can come out. Let's go ahead and get rid of these. Like that big door, I can do green also. Get rid of all this stuff and see how it looks here in a second. Whoops. Too far. I'm going to have to access that from the roof now. Okay. Let's look to see how we're doing here material-wise. Yeah, we just had a bunch coming through. Okay. We have time then to get this stuff tore out, since we can paint from the inside now. Hopefully I can land on this without messing up and have to go do it again. Alright, so I believe, yeah, it's straight out, okay. So let's just get this out of here and then we'll be able to jump up there and I guess I could paint the rest of this white. Now I'll just get this out of here. And I don't know why I'm having trees grow up through my concrete. I guess it's grown up from under the ground, so maybe I have to pull them up, put a little bit of coal down first. And away we go. Because yeah, if I don't put coal down here, I might have the same problem with it coming up through my generators. It is technically still on dirt. That's why all this back down here was coal, because I was having trees coming through it. Alright, so if we run up here real quick. Still got material running through? Yes, we do. So we'll paint some white, more white up here. And let's get the top part of this row here. I still see it out there on the lines out there too, so it'll be a while before we get it all. Ah, crap. What am I doing? Wrong thing. Put that back. Put that back. Let's switch to the paint now and paint it instead of tear it out. I wish they would have had a cream color, because like I said, I was talking or reading the comments and someone said that most of the industry things are a white, but I've seen a lot of cream ones as well, cream or tan. Unfortunately, neither one of those options were an option, so just went with this, which really looks like a metal building now instead of a painted building, but that's alright too. So if I get this all done and that stuff hasn't finished, we're going to do a little bit of a jump cut, because I don't want to do other things at the moment. Okay, so for here I can get those, but up there I'm going to have to come up here. I know I'm trying to make it look more realistic, and I keep doing things to make it less realistic, so I do apologize. Alright, Alright, so the top is done all the way around. We can jump down. So we still got material coming through. Unfortunately, I painted that one white when I didn't want to, but I can come back through and paint it again later on. I'm actually thinking about painting the storage containers here where the gold ends up, gold color. So it doesn't matter if we get it painted white right now. Except for the fact that I used up one of my white paints and I may not have enough. I still have to go back through and buy more black paint too, I think. I don't think I have any left. No, I still got some. I'm not sure it'll be enough for the entire roof though. Is it still got material going through? Yes. Man, it's taking a long time. I mean, we did have 500,000 in there, so. And it's going through basically 2 full plants because it's like the solid rock that's there has to go through one section and then get put back into the other section to be smelted, so it's got a long ways to travel. On the plus side though, when we finish this wall off, the entire wall part of the factory is painted, so that's good. Yeah, still material coming through. I know it's a lot of painting, but we're almost done. And then I believe the roof I'll do off camera because you guys already know what that looks like. I'll show the finished product. I do want to try to get a gravel, see if I can put gravel on metal to begin with. I don't know if I can. Maybe I can do that out here. I'll just grab one, buy one gravel and see if I can set it down on this pavement out here. So let's go out here real quick and we'll go to gravel. Come on, type in. There we go. Gravel. Just one. And we're going to put that right here. And we're going to see if we can put this down. I don't think we can. Yeah. So it's not going to lay it down here. It's not going to lay it down with a pavement machine either. So there won't be any graveling the roof up there. Sorry for the person who asked me about that. It's not possible. I wish it was. It would be nice. Okay, so that's done. Alright, well, I'm going to let this material finish running through, and I will see you guys in a few minutes. Okay, well, only a couple more minutes and that's done here. As you see, we got some copper in here, so that's a plus. We really wanted that. Let's go ahead and get that in here. Let's get the gold. We can keep the steel, and we're going to sell the silver. What else we got? Okay, so this is all going to go into storage here. I'm going to sell the silicone. So, yeah, all of this stuff over here is going to go into the storages. And then we're going to do the same thing right here. Take the gold, copper. Well, I guess the copper is going into storage too, so we can leave that there. The silver's going to come out, and the silicone. The rest of this stuff we'll keep for later on. Alright, so let's go to the cell. And the small thing of silicone's 35,000, small thing of silver is 150,000, small thing of gold is 552,000, and then we got a full stack of silicone, 550,000, and then 1.4 million times 5. We were at 50 million when we started today, so we made 10 million today. That's not too bad. I don't think I need any more white paint, so I'm going to go ahead and sell that off too. And the same with the blue paint, because we're done painting blue pipes. They're all painted now. I don't really need these tree logs. And these concrete walls I'll probably end up using later on, but not right this second. Still gonna need the black paint, and we still need these. So put this down here, put this down here, and we're back to square. So that's gonna do it for this one. I hope you guys liked it. If you do, click that like button. It really does help the channel. If you have any ideas or suggestions on what to do next, like I said, I have a lot of bagger work still to be done for what I want to do. I've also thought about making, like I said, roadways. If we run over here real quick, I got to get that tree out of there and figure out how to cover that up too so it doesn't keep doing it. But like making paved roads over here, going off this direction some way, probably over towards that mountain over there is what I'm going to do, so that it kind of snakes up through the valley kind of. Maybe go down, I don't know if I'll go all the way down this way. Maybe, we'll see. I might cut through this spot over here and come down this way. But yeah, making little roads that come over here. Of course, I'll have to get better with the dozer because I'm going to have to use some dozer work to make this work right. But there's other spots like over there on the back side of this one where we got a lot of dark spots right here. If we do a little test, that's coal. And then this one's probably coal as well. Dang, this one's deep. Where's that? Let's go. Yeah, that's coal as well. That's two pretty big ones. And again, if we just keep going, we'll run into more. But go down this valley and then maybe, I don't know, take the top of that mountain off or something. I don't know. Don't quite know what I want to do there. Just tossing ideas around. But if you guys have any ideas, let me know in the comments. I'll definitely consider them. I may or may not do them. We'll see. If I do, you'll definitely get a shout out for it. There's been a lot of good comments lately about things and helping me out with some of the questions I've had. And yeah, any tips or tricks, questions or concerns, leave them in the comments down below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.